Hello everyone, welcome to AdiTrade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Bank Nifty levels for 12th January, the expiry analysis. See, this is the daily chart of Bank Nifty. Today was a pretty volatile and sideways day. We'll dissect everything as we go on lower time frame. But on daily time frame, we have this kind of a hammer candle, a green hammer candle at a pretty good support itself, right? So we'll have to see whether there's going to be a bounce from here or whether we're going to go up. But our view for the market, our bias for the market is still on the downside. Let's see what are the possible levels that we can trade. And just to see initially, like what the kind of view that we had today was this. In the morning when the nice sell-off came, we had all the weekly and the monthly CPR levels marked, and we were waiting for a pullback to enter, right? Always, like you would have seen in my videos, always when we wait for some kind of a pullback to enter, and when we were waiting for the pullback, I'm just going to shift to a 5-minute time frame to see the second or the third candle was a pretty big one, right? About 300 or 400 points in in Bank Nifty. So this is not, definitely it was not a pullback. A pullback is how, like, you fall, you come and test the 20 MA something and again go down. But a candle like this is definitely something odd. So that's when you will have to refrain from taking entries on such candles. You'll have to see whether you'll get a follow-up, or the best thing to do is just wait. And after that, it was kind of obvious that, see, when a candle like this came, a lot of put writing came. What we shared in a group, a lot of put writing came, but we had advised that going long would be good only if this CPR level breaks and the 200 EMA on 15 minutes, right, on 5 minutes. But entire day we remained in the CPR range. I'm going to put on the CPR now. Sorry. See, entire day we remained in the CPR range, and that's one thing about the CPR, right? When you come to the CPR, the price can reverse, the price can break out or remain sideways. And it's not surprised that the market remained sideways today, because see, on the 15-minute chart, if we just see from past few days, say at least from here, right, good move, good impulse move, good impulse move, even this up move and the down move was a good impulse move, again a down impulse move. So almost 1 2 3 4 5 days the market has moved. The option sellers never got a chance to make money in this market unless you have done directional option selling, right? So probably the big people wanted to keep it in sideways, and just before the expiry, the option sellers wanted to make some money. Today the only option sellers would have made nice money, unless if we had got this up move, right? Obviously there's no way we could have captured it. Even if you go to a lower time frame, now say a 3-minute, like what intraday a lot of people would use. See, ideally, even if we were coming down, taking support at this previous day low and going up, normally the market doesn't move like this, where in one 3-minute candle we move up 400 500 points. So there was never a good chance for entry, and this candle was just instantaneous. Even if you go to 1 minute, you can see how big of a candle was. So this up move, unless if somebody had anticipated and entered, like, there was no good technical entry according to me for this up move. And after that, throughout the day we remained sideways within the CPR, right? And there were some false signals like a breakout over here, and in the end, see, when the entire day you remain sideways, at 3 o'clock we shouldn't try and enter in this type of a breakout. Even if the breakout comes, just stay out of it. It's best to enter at the morning or somewhere around 1:30 or 12 if any kind of a breakout or a breakdown comes. Now coming for the levels for tomorrow, the first thing what is interesting is, if we place this fib from this high to this low, we have exactly taken resistance at this 0.61 of Fibonacci. So this is always a reversal point. The 0.618 is always a reversal point. So this can be marked and kept for tomorrow. And sorry, let me just shift to this 15-minute chart. See, this is the same 15-minute chart that where we mark all the levels. See, if I mark from this low to this high to this low, we have exactly taken resistance at this 0.6 level. So that is a good place to have it marked. Always this point 60% in Fibonacci is a good retracement level. Now the plan for tomorrow is, if see this zone, this entire zone can act as resistance. Let me just make this big, including this wick and this candle, right? So in case we get a flat opening, get some kind of a rejection, we can take in short entry with a strict stop loss at this line, because once this breaks, there's a good possibility Bank Nifty might hit 42,600. Right? There's no any other kind of a price variation or anything that can give us some resistance. Obviously the Bank Nifty will do what it wants to do, but as per the charts, it looks like if this level breaks, we could hit 42,680. This is if we get a flat opening, right? Wherever we open within this range, wherever we open, look for a reversal here, or a breakout, a retest, then a bullish candle. A bullish candle is like those hammer, or a bullish engulf or something. Bullish candle over here at 42,300, then we can trade for the upside. And if you see the CPR levels, R1 is here at 42,463 and R2 is 42,600. And in case we start coming down, in case we take rejection here and start coming down, the first target on the downside is this trend line. See, there is a possibility that we could be making this type of a triangle also, right? So we don't know whether this is going to break or not. So in case somebody gets a nice entry here, dip until this trend line is good. But if this trend line breaks, yeah, we could see further dip, probably even until 41,700, or we have a very good support over here today intraday, that is around 41,940, around 42,000. Now if we put the CPR levels for tomorrow, we have the CPR S1, previous day low, R1. See, as of now, the global market has recovered. The US market is up, even the European markets are up, but during our trading session they were not so higher. They were just about plus 20, 30. Now it's about 130, right? So if this leads to a big gap up, let's check, we are still -6, but in case the US market completely recovers, and if this leads to a big gap up, look for possible reversals at this R1, right? R1 of CPR. If R1 breaks, probably this 42,697. Our bias is still on the downside, but yeah, if we in 15 minutes or on a bigger time frame, if we sustain above this level, because this is a nice price action where it has taken resistance here, right? So we gap up and sustain above this, more short covering can come and probably the market will get pushed up. But in the opening, if we take pressure here around R1 or here itself, right, in this level of 42,300, there's a good chance we can slip further. So we are going with a bearish bias for tomorrow based on even the daily chart and hourly chart on bigger time frame. Let's see how it goes tomorrow in Bank Nifty. We'll just have a check in Nifty. Nifty was more sideways than Bank Nifty today, right? Let me get rid of all the lines. So Nifty the entire day kind of stayed in this range, right? We got one small look like it's going to break out, but entire day we stayed in this range. So I'm going to mark this low. Along with this low, even these levels, and Nifty will be bullish only if this level breaks. Now see the beauty of price action. If somebody had traded this, well and good. We don't trade like regularly in Nifty, so we weren't able to capture it. But previously where we took resistance and had a sell-off, right, from that point itself we got a beautiful sell-off, right? So Nifty can be bullish only if this level breaks, that is 17,974. Maybe the targets on the upside we might see targets closer to 18,000 or this level. And obviously if we are ultimately bullish, we could even see 18,120. See, this is again forming this type of a pattern, right? So what I'm marking right now, it is kind of a triangle thing that is there. So in case we break this down, the downside can continue in Nifty for sure. So we'll be sharing our analysis mostly in Bank Nifty in our Cosmofeed group, and some of the support levels I'm just marking in case we get a dip. Now, if somebody is a regular trader, obviously they would have observed that from past two expiries we have had a trending. One is the December month end expiry, that was a very trending expiry, and let's see if we can. And last Thursday also was a good trending expiry where, see, this was I think the December end expiry, right? Even December end expiry was good. Last 5th was the last expiry. Even the last expiry was a trending expiry. So two consecutive Thursdays there's been a trending move. So there is a 90% chance we could remain sideways even tomorrow, like meaning sideways within a small range like how we had today. There is a good chance, because from my experience we don't get consecutive Thursdays like this where option buyers will make money. That doesn't happen. If it happens, well and good, but there is a good probability that the market will remain sideways tomorrow. So the best thing to do is go deep in the money, and if possible choose next week expiry and trade short levels. Now for example, see, if we tomorrow, if we reject this level, probably booking profits here is good, because again when we come here we're going to lose a lot of the premium, right? The same thing, if we go higher, enter with short CPR targets. That would be the best thing to do. So let's see how the market goes tomorrow.